Familiar with Siliguri. So yeah, so I think we are live now. Okay, so I'll just check once if we are live. It shows live, and are we good to go? Yeah, so we are live. I can see it here. So hello everyone. Okay, we have a slight problem. Mr. Wasim has been disconnected from the live stream. Okay, he's back. So we have Mr. Wasim, General Secretary of Mohammedan, live from the ground itself. So the dedication is very high for the upcoming I League. You know, everyone is in the ground. And okay, so how? Okay, so we'll start.
Shivashish,
So
how are
I'll just.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for
How,
having me on your show.
currently, I'm in your show.
No, it's all the same thing. We are Normal Sporting Club.
Yeah. So how is everything there? How is
I've
the?
seen your
uh,
work in the past. It's really impressive.
Thank you so much for the kind words. How is everything there? How is the preparation going for the I League?
The preparation is good. We have a good squad. I'm very happy with the team. Very happy with the team selection, with the foreign recruitments, our head coach, our assistant coaches, our team manager. Uh, so yeah, but we are not just entering I League to play at the I League. Probably win it, and that's the spirit. The spirit is very high amongst all of us. Not only the players, people in the management and technical unit. Everyone is hopeful that this time we are going to lift the I League.
And you know, like I wanted to ask you, like you know, like in previous editions, like when Mohammedan what had the golden period during the 2013s, you all had qualified, and you know, like you all kind of got relegated like soon, maybe one season or
Yeah,
season after. So this time, like, what is your
yeah.
goal, like with the team? What is your goal? What do you have with the team in mind?
See, what used to happen in the past is, we would get to I League without proper planning, and the recruitments of players would be nice because if you look at 2013 and 14 season, the player recruitments were fantastic. We had almost all the best Indian players available in the market. They were playing for the club, and they were all at their peak. But because of the fault of the management and because they couldn't figure out how to, you know, uh, move ahead with the budget and everything, a point comes when you know there cannot be any time when you always have to keep your team motivated, and motivation only comes when there is proper management. Because of lack of management, we have faced a lot of issues in the past, and this time we are very well prepared before the start of the league, and we exactly know that in these 5 months how much money we have to spend, and what is the capacity we have, whether we have any sponsorship or not, we have any donation arrangements or not. So we are all prepared, and I don't think so. This is going to be something like 2013 and 14 season because the management is ready for I League this time.
And you know, like you touched on a lot of topics there, like you know, like how a lot of stuff is required to run a club. Like people don't generally understand that, like you said, finances, sponsors, very important to run a club, maybe for for the transfers, for the daily running. How difficult has been the, you know, like the pandemic in getting sponsors? Because initially itself, like without the pandemic, getting sponsors for I League was difficult. It was not easy because, and on top of that, the pandemic, was it difficult for you all to get sponsors?
See, of course, it's an unprecedented time, and it's not only us; it's people all over the world who are suffering. But yeah, see, we always try to find positivity in everything, and yes, it's been very difficult to get sponsorship. But in this meantime, we've got an investor by the name of Bunkerhead, and they are on board with us, and they are always on the same page. Whatever we desire to do, like this time, we qualified for I League, though they were on board right, but during the qualifiers, but the intention was the same. The vision was aligned. We both wanted to get into I League, perform really well in I League, and once that happens, our target is to play ISL probably next season. So it has been very difficult to get them as well because the paperworks and everything. Instead of sitting face to face, we have to do Zoom calls, and then it's very complex. But yes, things are moving on, and hopefully in a couple of months or so, we will have better chances of getting more sponsorship.
Definitely. And I'll go back to the beginning, and I wanted to ask you, like, how did your association with football begin in the first place? Like, on a personal note, how did you get into football? I think you are not audible. I think you're in mute. Mute. Okay, so I think there has been a technical glitch here, and we'll be soon be joined by Mr. Wasim. Till then, you all can send in your questions and comments that you would want to ask,
I'm
and
so
we'll take
sorry for the
most of them.
network issue.
No, no, not a problem at all.
I'm sitting in this. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like
yeah. So where was I?
the yeah, yeah, we can go ahead. Yeah,
What was I saying?
no, I mean,
Yeah,
like
about
that's a
personally, how did I get into football?
yeah.
Right. So I was never a good footballer. My friends would play football, and they would ask me to join them, and I would go at times. I would avoid it because I was never good at playing football, but I always enjoyed watching it. And when the opportunity of joining this huge institution came up, my family members they were involved with this club in the past, so I knew what a big opportunity this is. I took it, and it's been almost 3 years, and it's been a roller coaster ride, full of adventures, full of surprises, and I'm loving every bit of it.
Definitely. And we have one question which has come in, and it is like by Ami KKR,
Mm-hmm.
hashtag Ami KKR. I think it should be Ami Mohammedan in at
Mm-hmm.
least during the football. Yeah, I don't know the gender, so I'll speak as Ami
Yeah.
KKR. Ami
Mm.
KKR has asked, where
Mm.
will I League and IFA Shield be streamed?
Now, that's something that AIFF and IFA should answer. But as far as my knowledge goes, I League will be streamed in One Sports and IFA Shield in.
Definitely. And before, okay, we have few questions. Okay, before that, I'll just sneak in my one question. I wanted to ask you, this is a question that has come across, and since there is no
Mhm.
promotion in the I League, there is only relegation. Like, how do the clubs, go about? Because there is like, even if Mohammedan win the league this season, there is no
Yeah.
nothing to go above. But if you do not win, there is a chance of getting relegated. Do you think that is unfair?
No, I don't think so. It's unfair because All India Football Federation they have prepared this roadmap along with FSCL. So we really have to adhere to that and respect that because what's happening in the past for the last couple of years was we were having two parallel leagues. One was I League, one was ISL. Finally, when it got declared that ISL is the Premier League, and I League probably becomes division then. So there has to be a proper roadmap in order to sustain all the three. Premier, the second division, the third division. I League second division now becomes the third division. Whatever it is, we are very happy and glad that we have reached I League. And to be very honest, if we do not have promotion to ISL this year, it actually doesn't matter to us because playing I League this year for us is like testing us. It's testing us. We think that we are ready to take that big step, go to ISL. Uh, that will happen next year only if we perform well this year and this season. Looking at the performance, the management will decide whether to bid for ISL for the next season. So it's like a testing period for us.
Definitely. And we have a question in by Sugnik Das, and he has asked, like, sir, I have a question. Fatao and Jamal Buyan both are DMs. Is this not a problem? Otherwise, you have a championship contender team.
So yeah, Sugnik, the thing is, Patao is not a DM.
I think you have gone mute again. I think you're on mute. Okay, I think we'll answer your question, Sugnik. There's some technical glitch over there because it's coming live from the stadium where they are practicing, and you can get a glimpse. Like Mohammedan fans can get a glimpse of what's happening in the training ground if you want to. That is
I'm so sorry, it's the army area, right? So there's a lot
not
of
not a
less.
problem, no problem at all. I mean, like it is amazing. Like like to do it from the ground itself. I mean, the fans can get a glimpse
Yeah,
of the
I just
training
wanted
maybe.
to show the viewers, yeah,
Yeah,
this
they
historic
can.
ground of ours.
Yeah. And so what are your views like on what Sugnik has said? Like Fatah and Jamal Buyan are both
Didn't I
DMs. Like
answer that? You couldn't hear
no, you had gone
me?
mute. Like like you had gone mute. Like on
Okay.
like
So
I could not hear a few comments.
Jamal is a proper DM, but when it comes to Fatao, Fatao is an utility player. He plays box to box as a midfielder, so we can use him as an attacking midfielder. We can use him as a winger. We can use him in many positions. He's an utility player. So if you go to the transfer market thing or wiki, so they say that Fatao is a DM, but I have seen his videos and I've seen him play matches. So I've seen him play different positions, and even I spoke with his coach. I spoke with him, and he's very comfortable playing in other positions too.
Definitely. And like talking of players
So
and I'm
that way
being
we won't have any issue, I guess.
yeah. So like talking of players being from Nepal, you have a Nepalese player in your team, Abhishek Rizal, and he performed
Yeah,
quite well whichever games I've seen.
he
And like
he
when
was
I
fabulous.
like when I put up this live chat and I got a lot of comments and personal messages saying that okay, like you have brought in so many foreign players. Will is Abhishek an integral member of the team going forward?
Of course he is, but he's on national duty now, right? So I guess you guys, Nepal had a match against Bangladesh a few days ago, and I think they have a match against Qatar, if I'm not wrong, after on the fourth, yeah. So Abhishek is there with the team, so he asked for a leave, and we gave him that because we respect that he's playing for his country. So that is higher than any club, obviously. So once he's done with that, of course he comes back and joins our team, and we have many options. And Abhishek is definitely an integral part of the team, and it forever be. And just for the viewers, we have a 3 years contract with Avishek, so he isn't going anywhere. Don't worry.
Like staying with similar topic, like like you don't like you see Nepalese players come over, but you don't see in
Mm.
bulk. Like you see maybe one or two, maybe in 2 3 seasons you might have seen Kiran at Punjab, and now you're seeing Abhishek. Like how did that happen? Like how did you or the Mohammedan as a team, as a organization approach or scout him? Are you on mute? Okay, again there's a technical issue. I mean, you have to face a little bit of technical issue to see the training ground. So we'll be just back. I think he'll be back. There's our army area, as he said, and we should be back any moment. So yeah, so send in your questions, keep sending in your questions, and we will be ready to go. So we have some question. Prashanta Singh has said, "Who is the captain of I League? What's your thoughts on stepping up to the ISL in the coming years?" Yeah, so we'll take in all the questions as soon as he's back. Okay, yeah. So welcome back. No, no, not a problem. Not a problem at all. So yeah, like I was saying, like how did you all, how did you all decide to like bring Abhishek from Nepal? Because like many of them do not want to take the risk or whatever for whatever reason to bring Nepalese players. Like how did you all go about?
So we had to get a player for the Asian quota. So we had a few options, and Abhishek's profile came to me, and I saw this 20-year-old kid, with such stats. He scored an AFC, and I'm like, okay, send me his videos. So I started watching his videos, and his style of play was something which was very catchy and was very impressive. So, there was no one involved in the middle. So I gave him a call directly. And I told them, Abhishek, I'm calling from Mohammedan Sporting Club. I'm the general secretary. Like that. So I said to him, listen, I like you. You want to come and join the club? So he said, okay, I'll come, but how much will you pay me? So that was his question. So I said, don't think about money right now. You're just 20 years old. You need to come and show India that you're not they just don't call you the Nepalese Ronaldo. You are Nepalese Ronaldo. Are you ready to take up that challenge? So he said, I don't care how much you pay me, I'm just coming down. And we had him on board that way. But he's an excellent kid. Like he's terrific. He's very disciplined, and he is a team player all in all. And really, really, he's got a very bright future. And I'm very happy with that recruit. And I'm more happy because I personally did it, and it was very good.
Definitely. And so we have another question coming in by Mustafizur Rahman, and he has asked, how accurate is the decision to play IFA Shield? We know Mohammedan Sporting will play a match from Bio Bubble, but the other teams will not be in Bio Bubble. How risky is it before the I League?
All rightly said, but IFA is our parent body, and we have to respect their decisions too. So if they are conducting a tournament in this state, and if they want Mohammedan Sporting Club to participate, so we have to be ready for that. And even before the I League, we were planning to have a few practice matches. So IFA Shield would be like a practice match, like it would be like a series of practice matches for us. That's how we are taking it. We're not taking it lightly because for on a practice match day also we don't take it lightly. But yeah, so we are taking IFA Shield like a practice match.
Definitely. And you're like, I think that that question that answers the question. And I'll ask you, like, along with Abhishek, you also have Jamal, whom you got in after you all had qualified. What was the idea behind getting him? Again, you are mute. Mute. I cannot hear you. I think so. Okay, we'll be back. Not a problem. So keep sending in your questions. So I'll pick up question. Okay, will Jamal play in the IFA Shield? We'll get to that. I'll just highlight the question. Okay. Yeah, so we'll speak about that and we'll see whether keep sending in your questions. So we
I'm back
have Mr.
again.
Wasim back. Yeah, we are back again. Not a problem. This is the little bit price that
Yeah,
like the supporters have to pay maybe to see the amazing background that you have at the back.
yeah, of course.
Okay, so yeah. So I was
I,
asking like,
I, I, being a supporter, I would have definitely paid the price. Trust me.
yeah.
Seeing
So
this
like
background.
I wanted to ask you like like you got cut out and Jamal, you got him after the qualifiers, like, and what was the idea behind it? Was it only in terms of footballing or was it even marketing? Because if he comes, he's
No,
being the captain, he brings a very big base.
see, no one is above the club, and when it comes to recruiting a player, we don't consider anything else. It's just that whether the player fits the right position or not. That's all. It is as
Definitely.
simple as that.
Okay, and okay, so we'll move on from that. I think that answers the question. And so we have another question by Durlove Islam, and he has sent in: will Jamal play in the IF Shield?
No, he won't, because he's going to join us late. Even he has to play for his country, and probably we'll get him on the first week of December. So he's going to play I League for us. And if we require him towards the end for IFShield, we might use him, but we are not sure about.
Definitely, and like you said, like like country comes before everything, and of course that should be like
Definitely.
it should be priority. And yeah, and we'll pick up another question by Prashanta Singh, who has sent in like, who is the captain for the I League for Mohammedan?
Priyan Singh. As long as he's there with us, he's going to be the captain.
But why do you think all this doubts creep in? Like, because you said with so much assurance that Priyan Singh is the captain, but why are the supporters asking again and again? Do they want a
Yeah,
controversy or
because
something? Why are they asking?
Jamal is Bangladesh national team's
Okay,
captain, so he
yeah,
might become the captain. So they have all these
okay,
notions coming
okay,
in.
okay, okay.
It is quite fair from their part as well. But it's going to
Definitely,
be
but
Priyan Singh.
yeah, definitely. So we'll move on to another question, and like I wanted to ask you, like, I did not know. I just read the comments that recently became a father to an amazing girl. So congratulations for that. I did
Yeah,
not know that. I
thank you.
didn't congratulate before, and we'll see in the comments more questions what are coming in before I get in only my questions. I don't want to get in only my questions. And like we have another question: where can the fans get Mohammedan merchandise online?
We are going to launch merchandise online by next week, and we'll share all the details from our official page.
Okay. So yeah, so whoever wants to buy, you should probably follow Mohammedan in the official page and website. You'll get your details there. And we'll take another question by Akhtar Hussain. And he has sent in: what made you choose Hevia? That I think Jose Hevia, the coach. We know he has not much experience if we consider coaching in big tournaments, except Aizol. So like I think his question is, what made you choose the present coach?
Our present head coach Jose has about 30 years of experience in coaching, and he's not just a UFA A license holder, he's a UFA Pro license holder. And about him not coaching in big tournaments, he's coached in I League before for Shillong Lajo. But when I spoke with Jose, what I understood was Jose never got freedom to work, right? He never got an opportunity like we are giving him here. Like, you can choose any player. Don't think about the budget. Just tell me what you want. So this is the kind of thing he wanted all his life, and he's finally got it. And it's just been the second day of practice, and I've spoken with Jose probably, like, we've had 3 to 4 sessions so far. Uh, Trust me, he is excellent, and whatever he wants to do with the team, if he can implement each and every part of it, we are going to be I League champions.
Definitely, and I also hope so. And I was speaking to OC, I think the other day, and I didn't realize he started coaching at a very young age. I think he started like when he was 20 or even like late teens.
Probably before that, but he got his pro UFA Pro license in the year 2002, so that's like a huge deal. He's got massive
Definitely, and
experience.
yeah, amazing. And he also has a lot of experience in terms of India. Like he has been involved in a lot of different like organization in various capacities.
Yeah, Shillong, Lajong, Pune City, probably in Minerva, Punjab too. He's involved.
Definitely. So we'll move on. We'll take next question. So let's see what some of the viewers have to ask. Wasim bhai, let's see. Okay, is there okay? So we have Aritru who has sent in one question and he has asked: is there a possibility or plan of buying some more Bangladeshi footballer?
First of all, we sign footballers, we don't buy them. It's a very wrong thing to say. And Secondly, there is no slot left, so no.
Okay, sure. So I think that answers your question. So we'll move on to the next question. So we'll take last few questions because I think Wasim Bhai also has to leave. Okay, so we have another from SK Siraj Sajuddin. Recently, a football page posted current market value of Mohammedan Sporting as 24.9 crore, highest among I League teams. Do you think the value is justified?
See, this is highly confidential. We cannot share our budget with anybody. So I guess everyone has to just keep guessing.
So, like, yeah, I mean, like again I can again, me not knowing much, you can probably help me out. What is the, like, fantasy about knowing the total team value as long as the team performs well on the field?
I really don't know. I really don't know. And I see it every now and then, even before the qualifiers. People started saying, okay, they've got in Plaza, they've got in Kingsley, they've got at Thankar, they got it. So the budget must look like this. It hardly matters as long as you're winning. Even team with a very small budget, it's absolutely okay because at the end of the day, what matters is whether you win or lose.
Definitely. And so we'll have last three questions, and first of those have been sent in by Akib Parvez, and he has asked, why didn't you go for country like Iran in Asia quota?
Because we got a better option in Jamal here.
Definitely. And Trishala has sent in a question, do you have plans to play in ISL? I think Wasim Bhai has already covered that earlier, that is the future plan. And if you want to touch on
Probably
that, you
next
can
year.
go ahead.
Yeah,
If you want
probably
to add on
next year.
that. Okay. So yeah, so Akhtar Hussain has again sent in another question. He might be a very big fan. I think he'll be the first person to buy a merchandise when it comes out. So he has sent in, like, we know many clubs are
Hopefully.
failing to fulfill the
And
club.
don't worry,
Yeah.
if he doesn't, I'll call him directly and ask him to. I
Okay,
know
so yes,
I had his.
okay, so yes, Sentin, like, we know many clubs are failing to fulfill the club licensing criteria. Are we prepared, as in like Mohammedan, to fulfill club
Oh yes,
licensing criteria?
yes, we are prepared. Oh yes, it's all ready. It's all ready. There's no problem whatsoever.
So like he brought up a very good issue. Like many of them have failed, and you have said like we are ready. Like what are the criteria that is required, if you can disclose?
There are many. There are many. There are about 23 things that is considered, and they give you marks on the basis of that. And we have to apply for the licensing next year because this time we have qualified, so we don't need the licensing. But next year we have to apply for the club licensing. But all the paperwork that All India Football Federation requires from our end, it's all there. It's all there. Shouldn't be an issue.
Definitely. So we'll take last two questions, and some of them are even sending in some trials. Like they're giving their profile. They're saying like, I'm 17-year-old and try me out. I think you have to go follow the official page and see when they're doing trials to go. You can't give your
Yeah,
audition here on
definitely.
Facebook. So we'll take last few questions. Okay, this is a very big question, and Mustafil again has sent in another question. The first of which is already answered about ISL, and second one is Jamal will probably come to India after playing another series. That is, I think, the Qatar, the World Cup qualifier. According to the final
Qualified.
schedule, he will play the last match on December 15th. Will it not be difficult to take Manira in the I League?
Jake, see, Jamal's last match is going to be on the 8th, not on the 15th. So he's going to join the team on the 10th. So that shouldn't be a problem.
Definitely, and like we'll
And
wrap it
about
up with one.
expectations, I'm
Yeah,
used
yeah,
to
please.
it.
Yeah, okay.
About expectations increasing day by day, I'm used to it, trust me. And it really
Yeah.
doesn't bother me. It makes me happy.
Okay, like I'll take in the last. Okay, like there's a question, not a statement from Nepal, Pranjal Sharma. I like the professionalism of Mohammedan Sporting Club, love and support from Nepal. So I'll give in the last question. Like you said, like how expectations have gone up. I wanted to ask you, how high is the expectation and the pressure being in your position right now?
See, the pressure is very high, and expectations of people you can't control, because after a long, long time they're seeing their favorite club perform this well. But when it comes to this huge institution of ours, trust me, only sky is the limit, and I'm ready to take my club there.
Definitely, and like this year, the tournament is going to be played behind closed doors, and we know that Mohammedan have a very passionate fan. How much of that will affect the team?
See, this is something that the team has to get used to, because all the teams all around the world, they have gotten used to it. And even when we played the qualifiers, 4 matches were played behind closed doors, and it was definitely, we missed the fans on the stands, on in the gallery cheering for the team, but we can't help it. This is the situation, and we have to abide by the law, adhere to the rules.
Definitely, and
But
like,
definitely, I'm
do you have?
waiting for that day.
Yeah,
You know, our stadium will be packed with supporters, and our team will, come to the ground and play. I'm really, really looking forward to that day.
definitely, and I also hope I can come someday to watch Mohammedan play. And like, we'll wrap it up with that, and I'll ask you one final. Do you have anything to say to the viewers, to your fans, to Black Panthers, to wrap up this small live?
Yeah, I'll just say one thing which I always keep telling them, that we have just entered I League now, and I promise you, we have entered I League not just to play I League, to win I League. Please be with us. Please give your support. Be like this, and we are going to play ISL next season. Just be there by our side.
Definitely. And like, on that note, Mr. Wasim, thank you so much for coming and making this
Thank you so
possible.
much for
And thank you so much. And yeah, so I think I ended up with a quote. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is the slogan Jan Jan Mohammedan.
Jan Jan Mohammedan.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for joining in.
Thank you.
And so we'll see
Thank
you
you.
now
Thank
till
you so
next
much.
time. Take
Take
care.
care.
Stay safe. Bye.